Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss about acids and bases. So the simplest definitions of acids and bases were given by Arrhenius. So this is why these are called Arrhenius acids and bases. So the definition is pretty simple. You all knew about this. So let's put what are acids and what are bases. So acids are the compounds that produces H plus ion when they put inside the water. So acids, so they produces H plus ions in water. So here is an example. If you have HCl and you put it in water, so HCl is hydrochloric acid, which is a gas, and you put them in water, what would you produce? You will produce H plus and Cl minus. So they are in aqueous solutions. So HCl provides H plus ion when you put into water. So that's why it's an Arrhenius acids. So what is a base? A base is something that produces OH minus when put into water. So it produces OH minus ions in water. So what is an example? Your basic example is if we have sodium hydroxide, which is a solid, and you put them in water, what would you get? You'd get sodium plus OH minus ion. So this ion is your base. So anything that produces the OH minus is called a base. So OH minus is our base, and H plus ion, anything that produces H plus ions, is our acid. So can you think of another example? So another example could be our sulfuric acid, sulfuric acids, or nitric acid, HNO3, everything. So these are all produces H plus ion when you put them in water. Not that, HNO3, sulfuric acids. So they all produces H plus ions when you put them in water. What are the bases? Well, all, if you remember, all the periodic table, it looks like this, right? So we have periodic table. So all those metal ions, they are kind of strong bases. So all the metal ions between here in these two columns, 1A and 2A group, so they are the bases. So you can combine any metal with hydroxide ion. So one is potassium hydroxide, another one could be magnesium hydroxides. So these are all our bases. So these are called Arrhenius acids and bases. So what are other properties about acids and bases? Well, acids, like think of lemon juice. So how does the lemon juice taste like? Lemon juice are obviously sour. So all the acids, they taste a bit sour to our mouth. But don't go on tasting the strong acid HCl or HNO3, by the way. So however, how does the base taste like? Base tastes like bitter, chalky, so it doesn't taste that good. So it tastes chalky, or you can call it bitter. It's not very good. Chalky or bitter. Uh, I know some of you have taken the lab already. If you haven't, you will. In the lab, you will be doing some of the tasting, not tasting, testing for if it is acids or if it's bases. So you'll see in if it's an acid, it will turn the litmus paper from red, from blue to red. So it turns litmus paper. Litmus paper is a pretty good test. Litmus paper turns red, in the base it turns blue. But this is just one example. There are a lot of different varieties of paper that's out there, so you don't have to memorize if you don't want to. So here is how I do it. I base blue. So if it's a base, it's gonna turns blue, and the other one would be acid. Acid is red, DD. All right, so that's all I had for this video.